How does a country's abortion policy influence its overall strength? It's a question that sparks heated debates worldwide, with strong opinions on all sides. But beyond the emotion, there's a need to objectively analyze how these policies intersect with a nation's power and influence on the world stage. We often hear about strong economies, powerful militaries, and strategic alliances shaping a country's destiny. But rarely do we consider how reproductive rights fit into this equation. In this video, we'll dive deep into this complex relationship, exploring 7 key factors that define a strong country and how abortion policies come into play. Get ready to challenge your assumptions as we unpack this critical issue, because things are about to get real, and by real, I mean complicated. You know, like that time I tried to explain cricket to an American audience. It's gonna be a wild ride. First up, let's talk money. It's no secret that a strong economy is the backbone of any powerful nation. But how does abortion factor into this equation? Well, some argue that restricting abortion access limits women's ability to participate fully in the workforce, impacting productivity and economic growth. On the flip side, others claim that more births lead to larger populations, thus boosting the workforce and consumer spending. But is it really that simple? Let's examine the data and dissect the arguments, because when it comes to the economy, everyone has an opinion, especially that uncle who gives unsolicited stock tips at family gatherings. Trust me, we've all been there. Next, we're tackling population dynamics, a topic as old as time itself. Some argue that abortion access leads to shrinking populations, jeopardizing a nation's future workforce and tax base. They believe encouraging childbirth is crucial for national strength. However, others argue that population growth needs to be sustainable and manageable. They contend that restricting abortion can strain resources, increase poverty, and disproportionately impact marginalized communities. So, is a large population always a blessing, or can it become a burden? Let's unpack the complexities and see what the data reveals. Now, let's consider how geography intersects with abortion policies. Countries with vast rural areas might face different challenges than densely populated urban nations. Access to healthcare, including abortion services, can be vastly different depending on where you live. This raises questions about resource allocation, healthcare infrastructure, and regional disparities. Does a country's geographical makeup influence its abortion policies? And how do these policies, in turn, impact the well-being of its citizens across different regions? Let's explore the map and find out. When we talk about a strong nation, the military inevitably enters the chat. A powerful military is often seen as a cornerstone of national defense and global influence. But here's where things get interesting. How do abortion policies impact a country's ability to recruit and retain soldiers? Some argue that restricting abortion access limits the pool of potential recruits, particularly women, who make up a growing percentage of armed forces worldwide. Others believe that a strong stance against abortion aligns with the values of military service and strengthens morale. It's a debate with implications for national security and global power dynamics. Buckle up, folks, because this one's about to get real. In today's interconnected world, a country's strength is often measured by its friends in high places. International alliances are crucial for trade, security, and global influence. But can a country's stance on abortion make or break these relationships? Some argue that shared values on social issues, including abortion, strengthen alliances, while differing views can create tension and mistrust. Others believe that economic and strategic interests often outweigh social disagreements on the global stage. So, are abortion policies a deal breaker or a bargaining chip in the game of international relations? Let's dive into the complex world of diplomacy and find out. Beyond military might and economic prowess, there's a less tangible form of power at play on the world's stage: soft power. It's about winning hearts and minds, shaping global perceptions, and influencing through culture and values. But here's the million-dollar question. Can a country's stance on abortion affect its soft power? Some argue that progressive social policies, including abortion rights, enhance a country's image as a champion of human rights and equality, attracting talent and investment. Others believe that traditional values resonate more strongly globally, and that taking a hard line against abortion bolsters a nation's moral standing. It's a battle for hearts and minds, folks, and the stakes are high. Finally, let's zoom out to the global stage and examine how abortion policies feature in international diplomacy and a country's ability to influence global agendas. From the United Nations to regional summits, abortion often becomes a point of contention and negotiation. Do countries with restrictive abortion policies wield more or less influence on the world stage? How do these policies shape global health agendas, development aid, and international human rights dialogues? The answers are far from simple, but one thing's for sure: abortion policies have a seat at the table of global power dynamics. So, there you have it. A whirlwind tour of how abortion policies intersect with 7 key aspects of national strength. We've explored the economic arguments, the demographic dilemmas, the geographical nuances, the military implications, the diplomatic dance, the soft power play, and the global policy chess game. As you can see, there are no easy answers or clear-cut conclusions. The relationship between abortion policies and national strength is complex, multifaceted, and constantly evolving. It's a debate that requires nuanced thinking, empathy for different perspectives, and a willingness to engage with the data. What do you think are the broader implications of abortion policies on a country's strength? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is far from over.